Okay, look, the first Captain Marvel trailer was a little underwhelming. I wanted to see more, but I had some concerns, not the least of which was the unwanted gender politics seeping in and Brie Larson looking like she'd rather be anywhere else than in this movie. Now we've got the second trailer, and I'm officially worried. Everything I was concerned about before is still there, and it looks like it's starting to snowball. I guess the way the trailer was cut together could account for a lot of this, but first of all, if that's the case, then they need to fire whoever's editing these things and get someone better, and second, clearly that's not the only issue with the movie because the problems are only getting worse the closer we get to it. We're on our second trailer now, and so far, I'm not getting anything from this character. Seriously, I could not tell you a single thing about her. I know things that happened to her, but as far as who Carol Danvers is, what this person is about, I got nothing. Because everything about the way the movie is being marketed, everything they've shown us in trailers, posters, promo material, whatever, has only bothered to push two things. That Captain Marvel is 1, a hero, and 2, a woman. It really seems like they're counting on the fact that this is a female-led film to be the entire selling point. I mean, what else is there to bank on here? Not the Captain Marvel comics the company's been putting out lately. No one's reading those, and with good reason. They're terrible. Brie Larson in the title role? Well, Marvel Studios casting tends to be spot on, so I was gonna give them the benefit of the doubt on that one, but the more we see of this, the more it feels like Brie Larson might want to think about giving her Academy Award back. 2 trailers and Larson has not displayed one drop of charisma. You could make excuses for the first one since it was just a teaser, but we see a lot more of her this time, and if anything, it's just gotten worse. Everything is spoken in monotone, she's got zero personality, and I've seen her act really well in other things. It's not as if she isn't talented. So what's the deal? Apparently, part of the story has Captain Marvel suffering from memory loss, so that might be part of it. Maybe she's supposed to be confused or disoriented or something, but they should be able to evoke some kind of emotion with that, and yet her line delivery is so flat and lifeless, she just seems completely bored. Oh, except for the clips where she looks smug, that is. So I guess that's 2 facial expressions she'll have in the movie now? The trailers for the other Marvel movies have tons of personality. You can see the actors are having fun and they're excited to be doing this, but I don't get that sense at all here. The action and the CGI seem alright from what we've seen, but this movie is gonna rise and fall on Brie Larson and she just looks really uninterested in everything going on around her. What happened here? And then there's the politics. It's possible I'm reading too much into this, but it is suspicious to me that they've taken Nick Fury, one of the biggest badasses in the MCU, and suddenly made him much less of a badass in this film in particular. There's definitely one of the more annoying pop culture tropes these days at work here, making the male character look bad so the female character can look better by comparison. And this always bugs me because it's just not necessary. And it's funny how we haven't seen that happen in any of the Marvel movies starring male heroes. Having a strong female character is good, but you don't have to hold someone down to prop someone else up. In Captain America Winter Soldier, they didn't have to turn Fury into a wuss or anything just so Cap could look good. Sure, Cap was the lead, and also Black Widow was in there and she had lots of cool stuff to do, but Fury was still the badass we know him to be. But here, the bit with the cat, does that seem like Nick Fury to you? Or does it feel like they tampered with the character a little bit so Carol could look tougher, so Carol could be the character who gets shit done? Why can't they both be badass? Why is Fury not acting like himself here? I know some things are going to be different because it's set in the 1990s, but to me, this exchange just seems off. I can only imagine what they're going to do with Coulson. I'm not getting a good feeling here, guys. The gender politics may not be cranked up to 11 yet, but they are getting hard to ignore. And I know I keep saying this, but one of the big reasons why Wonder Woman worked is because they didn't politicize it, they just focused on making a good movie. If even the DCEU could avoid that pitfall, then there's no excuse for this. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying Captain Marvel's gonna suck or anything. This could all be chalked up to the editors just using bad takes for the trailer and a wonky marketing campaign. Things like that can be fixed, as long as they don't start doubling down on everything like Ghostbusters 2016 did. And the Marvel movies have earned my trust by now, so I'm absolutely gonna see it, if for no other reason than I want to see how it ties into Avengers 4. But the warning signs are piling up, and the closer we get to the premiere, the bigger that pile is getting. So starting now, I'm dialing back my expectations. I'm still hoping for a great Captain Marvel movie, but I'm not so sure we're gonna get one anymore. Are you guys thinking along the same lines, or am I just way off base here? Let me know in the comments section down below. And while you're at it, don't forget to tell the YouTube algorithm to go f off by clicking on all the things and following me in all the places. I talk movies, TV, comics, trailers, and more, so if you like what you see here, stay tuned, and I'll be back real soon with the next one. Until then, over. Out.